All right, what's up, guys? So I wanted to make a quick video. I haven't done a video in quite some time, so I wanted to post a video of what happened this morning. Um, so this morning was kind of like, I don't know, it was a weird day, but I ended up green. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this recap. So it's about 9:29:32. I just kind of want to go over my thought process and what I'm looking at and how I'm thinking. Because some people just uh, want to know what my mind frame is like when I'm trading. So let's go ahead and play. Let me make sure this thing's recording. Okay, it is recording. All right, so let's go. So as you can see at 9:29, I had EVK pulled up, and it's far away from go time. So at that point, I'm looking for other things that are better, but at the same time, I just couldn't find anything that was better, you know. So some days you're not gonna, find things that are moving right away. So what I did was I established all the key points where there's some resistance, and so I'm just waiting for it to go above those channels so I could jump in and show you guys how this thing played out. So as I'm watching it, I'm switching over to different stocks. That's popping up on the scanner. Of course, this one's not doing anything. This one was popping up on the canner, CYAN. And then I'm like, man, it's far from go time, so I don't want to trade it. And you guys know I only trade my go time strategy 90% of the times. Every now and then I'll take a short, but I stick to my strategy basically all the time. So now this one starts popping back up. So this is a key resistance area. Okay? So now it's going, it broke through that area. So now I'm trying to zoom in to get focus on my entry. This is a key area. Boom, I jumped in, I got filled right there. I was supposed to get filled right there, but I got filled a little bit higher, which is okay. So I hang on to it because it's above that resistance area. So now I'm waiting for it to push up to here so I can sell. I wanted to break. Boom. Okay. You see that? I just took this move to this move. These were the two resistance areas. And as you can see, I got in that channel. I was trying to get in as low as possible right there and then jump back in. Now it's above this channel. The next channel is between here and there. So now I'm trying to zoom in, but it won't zoom in close as I want. So now I know once it goes above here, I should be jumping in here and then the next channel to get out because the next resistance is right there, which is go time. Um, so that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for it to break above this channel. As you can see, I just jumped in again. Now I'm expecting it to explode above here to go to the next channel, but it's having a hard time. So I put my order to sell and I took a small loss there. And then it goes back above. So I jump back in thinking that it is going to do, maybe I sold too early. And then I jump back in and it just would not go above that area. It just would not go above that area. So I'm hanging on to it, trying to make sure, okay, now I see it's going down. So I sold right there. As you can see, it took a big dump. So I took a small loss right there and right there. So I took two small losses already back to back, but I did make a nice win right there. So I took this loss and then I took this loss. This was a pretty big one, but it wasn't as big as holding it till it goes all the way down to here. So as soon as I see that it's not making the move, I'm getting out. So now I already took those trades and I took one win and two losses on that one. And now I'm just trying to find something else because this thing is just, you know, it's just playing games with me. And I didn't feel confident in that stock anymore. So at that point, I was just looking for something else with momentum that is moving up higher. As you can see, there was nothing else. I went back to it and I'm trying to see if it will go back above this channel. Because you got to understand, like, stocks trade in different channels. And if you could, like, get it at the lower end of that channel and then sell it at the top end of that channel, because it's support and resistance. You're buying at support, you're selling close to resistance because it has problems at resistance. So as you can see, I'm outlining right there that this is a key resistance because it hit this point, hit this point, and it hit this point. So this is a key resistance area. So I'm trying to see how this one is going to play out, but it was just not moving fast enough for me. And I'm drawing these support and resistance lines. As you can see, it hit that support right there. And I tried to trade this one, but my order didn't go through, as you could see. So I ended up canceling my order. And good thing I didn't jump in because it didn't really make a big move. So I probably would have broke even, or I would have got out quick. Because as soon as it broke above this channel, it didn't really go to the next channel. So good thing I didn't get filled on this one, KBSF. So I guess I didn't type in the stock properly. See, I had it typed in like this, and I didn't type KBSF. I just had it. I don't know what happened. So I didn't type it in properly. And so when I hit my hotkey, it didn't go through. So now I found GOED on Tradeideas. You guys know I use Tradeideas. So now GOED is making a big move. So I want to jump in. Boom, I jumped in. It started taking a dip on me, and I'm watching it, and I see that it's strong. I see some good volume bars going up. So I'm like, okay, this thing's strong. Let me hang on to it. It's pretty close to go time. I think it will explode. So I'm giving it a chance to explode. I'm waiting for it to crack that 750 area, and it cracked the 750 area, and boom, I'm selling. I don't know why I got filled down here, but I should have got filled up there. But it is what it is. It's a profit, right? So now I'm actually waiting for it to break go time so I can jump in again. So I took a quick move there, and I sold there. All right, so now I'm waiting for it to break go time. As soon as it's about to break go time, I'm jumping in. Sometimes I'll jump in above go time, and sometimes, I just anticipate the move. So right now, you can see it's strong. I'm anticipating the move. Boom, I got in, and boom, I got out. I took a quick move right there. Boom, boom. As soon as it pops, I'm selling. And turns out I should have, well, not on this trade, but the next trade, you'll see what happens. So now I got in and I got out, and then it started going back below go time. Choppy stocks, they're just not exploding and keep going like they normally are. So we're in a little bit of a momentum right now, but at the same time, it's still very choppy. So now I decided, okay, since this thing is so choppy, I'm going to give it a chance to give me a pullback. So now I'm watching it. I'm waiting for a candle that shows me a pullback. And at the same time, I'm looking at other things that are popping up on the scanner. TKAT was popping up. I didn't feel confident about TKAT because it just didn't have a lot of volume. If you look at some of the volume on these things, they're just like, they're very low volume. And so I didn't feel confident in it because of the volume. Now, TKAT, I started establishing key points where this is a resistance area. This is a resistance area. This is a resistance area. So now I'm watching these resistance areas. So now this thing's doing a pullback, right? So now I'm waiting for it to start making new highs so I could jump in. Now watch this. I'm waiting for it to make new highs, right? And this one might be a long one. I might have to fast forward this one a little bit because I was watching this one for a while. I was ready to jump in. As soon as it breaks above 175, I was ready to take that move up until that resistance area right around that 187, 190. And if it starts pulling back on me, I would sell real quick. And if it didn't, then I would jump back in. But as you can see, it didn't do anything. And then GOED was popping back on the scanner. So I decided to go look at all the problem areas in GOED. And so as you can see, this area right there and this area right there is the next area for, like, look how much of a big gap that it can make. But for some reason, this thing is just not performing like it should. You guys know how that goes. Sometimes you guys, I always perform, but some of you guys, you can't perform for some reason. But that was an inside joke. But Now I'm just watching for it to go above go time so I can jump in. Okay, so I already took this move and I took this move. And now at that point, I'm just watching for it to go above go time so I can jump back in. I may have to fast forward this because this may take a little bit longer than I want. Let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, here we go. It's popping up. It's starting to move. Now watch. Now watch what happens. Watch what happens to me right there. This would have made my day. Okay, I jumped in because I see the momentum coming in. I jumped in and I'm expecting it to explode and it comes back below go time, so I sold. And then look what happens. As soon as I sold, now I'm afraid to chase it because I know this is a problem area and I don't want to jump in. And look what it's doing. It's just going up and down, up and down. But for some reason, it just started exploding. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, man, I should have just held on to it for a little bit longer. Now, this thing was at 778. Now it's at 840. Imagine if I just kept it. And I saw the volume kicking in. I saw the orders going through. So at that time, I just decided, let me jump in. But as soon as I jumped in, it popped up. Let's look at this again. Let's go back here. Right there. Okay, so look. Watch how fast this starts moving. The timing cell starts going crazy. See, I jump. Let me rewind it a little bit. Okay, so you see how it starts going crazy, right? So I feel confident. I jump in because now I see the green. Now I see the volume is starting to kick in. So I jump in, and it's starting to make new highs right there. Because as you can see, this candle is higher than this one. This candle is higher than this one. So this is the candle that starts making new highs. So I just jumped in here expecting it to explode. Let's go back again. So as you can see, I'm watching this candle. And as soon as it's approaching to go above this candle, you see where my, let's rewind that one more time. And I'm going to pause it this time. Okay, so I'm watching this candle right there. Okay, I just paused it. So you see at that time at 9:38, you could see I had my arrow, my cross line right there, which I'm watching the high of this candle to jump in, right? I'm watching the high of this candle. So which means if it goes above 772 or starting to approach 772, I'm jumping in, right? So now let's push play. As you can see, I'm watching this, the high of this candle, 772, 773. As soon as it hits that 772, 773, watch this. You can see, watch. Boom. It pops up on here. So I'm hitting my buy button. And for some reason, it pops up and comes back below go time. I sold. And then it did this thing again. And then it started exploding some more. If I had hold on to it for one more second, I would have been in the grip. Like, look how much this thing ripped up. And that's when I was like, you know what? Let me stop right here. My goal is $1,000 per day. I hit that goal on the nose today. I've never done that before, where it's just 1,000 even. It's always, close to 1,000 or above 1,000, but it's never been 000. Yeah, I never hit 1,000 on the nose, but today, that's what happened. And now I'm watching this thing run without me, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. How can it do this to me? But these stocks are brutal, man. But one thing for sure, I know where to jump in. I know if it gets dangerous to jump out. I'd rather jump out and play it safe than be sorry. You understand what I'm saying? I'd rather jump in and be safe than be sorry, because this thing could have went two ways, because it popped above go time and then it slammed back down. So I was selling. I still took a small profit there, but it wasn't enough. I wanted this. But at the same time, um, things happen, man. Like, you can't predict stuff like this. I knew that it had the potential to do it, but it just didn't do it when I jumped in. Maybe I should, I don't know. There's nothing different I would have done because I'm following my rules. This right here is a pullback. It's pulling back. I took a nice move here. I even took a nice move here when it broke above. Like, this move here should have been this move to begin with. And that's one of the other reasons that I didn't feel confident in this move, because I was thinking it's about to do the same thing it just did there. Because right there, it should have exploded, but it didn't. And quickly I got out. As you can see, I made a profit there. But then right there, I'm expecting it. Let's go back here again. I'm expecting it to explode. And watch. So I'm expecting it to explode. I jump in as soon as it goes above here. As soon as it goes above here, I'm hitting my hotkeys. Boom. I got filled there as soon as it went above. And then it goes above here and goes back below go time. The second it goes below go time, I'm selling. Because if it goes back below go time, it just shows me that it's weak. And then it's not making, big moves right away. So I'm selling. And it just turns out if I had held on one more second, I would have been okay. But sometimes that happens. There's nothing you could do. It is what it is. But I still ended up green. And, it is what it is. Sometimes you're not going to, sometimes you're not going to win them all. So this is basically how it all turned out today. These are, I'll zoom in a little bit. These were all my entries. So as you can see, EVK jumped in at 606, got out at 620. That was a pretty good move. So then I jumped in at 626. And I sold at 617. That was a nice loss. And then I took another 15-cent loss right there, which was horrible. And then I jumped in at 48. Jumped out at 62. That was nice. And then I jumped in at 79. Got out at 95. That was very nice. And then I jumped in at 770, which is right there. And then I ended up selling at 775. Only took 5 cents there. And that put me at 1,000 under 10 minutes. So I can't complain, but I could have done better. Sometimes you always want to kick yourself in the butt. But at the same time, I did follow the rules, because it could have went the other way on me. It could have slammed back down like this one did. The first time it just slammed down. So because it didn't explode, I thought it was going to do the same thing this one did and maybe go even lower. So it's the luck of the draw, I guess. But as long as you're following a strategy, you have a better chance of being successful. And so that's how my day went today. I hope you guys got some value out of this one. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below or send me an email. I do have my email address down below. Also, I know you guys saw this right here. So this chat room that I have, it's been around for quite some time. And 2020, I actually had it, and it was a free chat room. So if you guys check some of my other videos, you'll see some footage. It's just a simple platform on Facebook where, we start a tribe a few of us just come there, and basically I'm letting everyone know play by play how what stocks I'm trading, where I'm jumping in, um, and most people who are in the group, they've already trained and learned my strategy. So I figured I would make a community um, for us all to just make money together, So I started that, but only because, most of my subscribers, most of the people who train through me, they signed up to Trade Ideas. And, Trade Ideas pays an affiliate. They have an affiliate program. So Trade Ideas actually cuts you a check every month or so. And I've been getting decent checks from Trade Ideas. So I figured, okay, I'll continue to let it go for free. So the problem with doing things for free is that I'm giving people a lot of information in the chat room. And I don't know if it's because I'm giving too much information or so then at that point people feel like maybe they don't need to keep Trade Ideas. They'll just watch what I type and go after that, and it saves them money. But at the same time, the only reason I have that chat room is because they subscribe to Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas, let me pull Trade Ideas up. Trade Ideas is the best scanner ever, right? So if you subscribe through here, I give you my layout, this layout, free. I give it to you for free. Most people, they'll charge you like $350 to $400. I've contacted a few other traders and asked them, hey, just to see what kind of price that they're charging. I would say, hey, I need a layout of your Trade Ideas. How much do you charge? They would tell me $400. Some of them would say $350. Maybe a couple people said $300. But for me, I give this layout to people for free, right? Because I know they're going to sign up to Trade Ideas, and Trade Ideas pays an affiliate fee if they sign through you. If they actually, sign up through you, they'll give you an affiliate referral bonus, every month or so. So at that point, my checks were coming in. I didn't expect them to be that big, but they were coming in and they were pretty big. And then at that point, I decided, wow, that's pretty good. And then, like 2 months ago, I started noticing the Trade Ideas affiliate referral program, the money was going down. So at that point, I'm like, why is it going down? So I contacted the young lady at Trade Ideas who manages my account. And so she was telling me, well, a couple people unsubscribed. I was like, oh, really? I didn't know that. And I'm thinking the people are still subscribed. So now I'm like, okay. Started having me think, okay, I'm telling people what I'm trading. They're seeing everything that I'm seeing because I'm telling them what I'm looking at, like real time, in the chat room. So at that point, if it was me, why would I sign up to Trade Ideas when I have a guy who's experienced and he's telling me what to trade? So at that point, I'm like, oh wow. And then Trade Ideas, I think it's like 130 or something like that, close to 130. I pay for it in full, so I don't really know what the monthly fee is. So I pay for it in full every year. But I don't really know how much the monthly fee. I think it's like 120 or 130 per month. So at that point, I started looking into how much are people charging for chat rooms. So I'm looking at other chat rooms and I'm looking at what people are charging. Some people are charging like 150. Some people are charging 75. Some people are charging 60. But on the lowest end, I found 60. And on the highest end, I found like 180 or $240 a month. So some chat rooms are collecting $240 per month from people. And some chat rooms are collecting 70. But on the average, I'm looking at it, it's like $75, right? So most chat rooms are about 75 bucks a month. So at that point, I'm like, well, it does make better sense for everyone if they cancel Trade Ideas and then they sign up to a chat room for 75 bucks a month from an experienced trader who's calling out the plays, because it makes better sense for them to listen to someone who's experienced. So at that point, that's when it clicked, and I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm giving them a lot of information, so there's no need for them to have Trade Ideas. But if they cancel Trade Ideas, now I don't get my Trade Ideas affiliate every month, and so I'm actually losing by giving everyone free stuff. So, I like giving people free stuff, but at the same time, I also like making money. I like making money. So now I decided, okay, since they are unsubscribing from the 130, 60 is not bad from 130. So instead of paying the 130, they can unsubscribe if they want. And I'll even well, I'm not even going to say live stream because I don't even know if I should. I actually emailed the young lady and told her about live streaming, so that way my chat room can actually have Trade Ideas, but we'll see what she says back. But I can continue calling out the plays in the chat room, but for 60 bucks per month instead of paying 130 or 120, whatever it is, for Trade Ideas. They can just pay 60 bucks per month and they can join the tribe. And if you pay 12 months, if you sign up for 12 months, I'll knock off 2 payments of $60. So that's 120 in savings, which knocks it down to 600 bucks for the year, which is pretty good. I'm calling out all the plays, and you make 600 bucks in one day. So you pay for the whole thing in like 1 or 2 days. Well, not even 2 days. In like one day, you should be able to make 600 bucks out of the year. So one of these days, you just pay for the whole thing, and I continue to do what I do. So that's what I decided I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna charge 60 bucks per month for the chat room, and then whoever wants to join the chat room, they can just see. They can just basically. I'm calling everything out. I'm calling out my entries. So typically when I see a stock that's about to break, that's about to make a big move, I call it out. Like yesterday, NAOV was making a big move. Nobody saw it. I called it out, NAOV, and NAOV ended up making a really big move, and I made money. Other people made money, and that's what I bring to the table. Because sometimes people just don't see things. And I'm not going to lie either, because sometimes I don't see things. And that's the benefit of joining a tribe and joining a group. Because even me, sometimes I won't see something. Now, I'm pretty good. And I normally always catch them because, I'm very quick. I'm faster than most people. I see things faster and I move quicker. I'm in and out faster than most people. So for them to be following me, it's a benefit to them to have me on the team in the tribe. So now, there are some instances where I've had some newer guys or newer girls call out something that I didn't see, and we all made profits from there. I remember one time Pat in the group, she ended up calling out this stock, and I pulled it up immediately, jumped in, made myself, a nice profit off that one. So we all put money in each other's pocket when you join the tribe, right? So for 60 bucks a month, you get to join the tribe, and we all make money together. The more eyes you have, the more you're able to see. So that's the benefit of a group. But when it's free and, I'm not making the kind of money I want to make, what's the point of having it? I could just trade on my own. Like this morning, I made $1,000. I mean, I could do that every day by myself with no chat room. So it is what it is. If you guys want to join the chat room, go ahead and email me. If you guys want to take the training, go ahead and email me. Everything's below. This is a longer video, but yeah, it's worth it. So I'll chat with you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video if you see that you can bring other people value as well. By you sending this video to other people, you're showing them you care about them, because they probably have been looking for someone to teach them how to do this the correct way. But for some reason, some people don't care about the success of others, and it's not an ongoing thing. They'll send you to a bunch of videos, and then you're responsible for watching these videos. And even if you watch a couple of their videos, then they have the right to keep your money. Me, I do a one-on-one training with you, and I go through everything, and I make sure you understand everything, and I help you set up your platform. I help you understand what the strategy is. I help you understand where to get in. I help you understand where to get out, and I help you understand the way that I think, and that's massive value I bring to the table. So if that's what you're looking for, join the tribe. If not, I wish you the best. So we'll chat later. This is it for today. We'll chat later.